Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine this. You wake up in the middle of the night, and for the first time in years, you can see clearly in the dark. No more fuzzy outlines. No more guessing what's across the room. You glance toward your window, and even in the soft moonlight, the world looks sharp. The alarm clock's numbers aren't a glowing blur anymore. They're crisp, like you just got a brand new pair of eyes. Now here's the shocking truth. Your eyes can repair themselves while you sleep. Yes, even after 60. Even after cataracts start clouding your vision or macular degeneration steals your sharpness. And the secret? It's not some expensive eye drop, risky surgery, or miracle supplement. It's something so simple, so overlooked, that it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Cooked vegetables, the right ones, eaten at the right time, can feed your eyes with the exact nutrients they crave for overnight repair. In this video, I'll reveal the cooked veggies that can literally help you see a brighter, sharper world again. And trust me, the last one will surprise you. So much you'll be rushing to add it to your dinner tonight. Here's the truth. Our eyes are living tissue. Every blink, every glance, every bit of light that enters them causes tiny amounts of stress and wear. Over decades, the damage adds up. Blurred vision, trouble seeing at night, dry eyes, or even the constant need to reach for brighter light just to read. Many seniors believe this is inevitable, but science now shows that the right nutrients can actually help reverse some of this wear and tear. The trick: your body needs to get those nutrients in a form it can absorb. That is why cooking certain vegetables can make them even more powerful for your eyes than eating them raw. Cooking breaks down plant cell walls, releasing antioxidants, vitamins, and carotenoids that would otherwise pass right through your system unused. That means more of these healing compounds end up where you need them most, in your retina, your lens, and your optic nerve. I once met a woman named Eleanor, 72 years old, who was a retired librarian. Her whole life had been about reading. Books were her comfort and her joy, but she started struggling to focus on the page. Even with strong glasses, words would blur, and sometimes she'd see faint shadows around the letters. She thought it was just the beginning of blindness, but her doctor, instead of rushing to medication, recommended a change to her evening meals, specifically adding a particular cooked vegetable that is loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin. Eleanor was skeptical. How could something from her dinner plate affect her eyesight? But she gave it a try. 3 months later, she wasn't just reading comfortably again. She was reading without her glasses for short periods, especially in the mornings. That's the power of feeding your eyes before bedtime. The first vegetable on our list is one you've probably had many times, but never realized how much it could do for your vision: carrots. Now, I know what you're thinking. Of course, carrots. We've all heard that since childhood. But here is the secret. Cooked carrots can be even better for your eyes than raw ones. When you cook carrots gently, the beta-carotene they contain becomes more bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb it more efficiently. Beta-carotene is converted into vitamin A, which is essential for producing the pigment in your retina that helps you see in low light. Without enough vitamin A, your eyes literally can't send proper signals to your brain in the dark. That's why people deficient in it struggle with night vision. I remember Harold, a 74-year-old retired mechanic, who could no longer drive at night because the headlights of oncoming cars created blinding halos. After adding cooked carrots to his dinner 5 nights a week, he found within 2 months that those halos softened, and he felt confident enough to drive after sunset again. It wasn't magic, it was nutrition. The second veggie might surprise you: cooked spinach. Spinach is like an all-in-one repair kit for your eyes, packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that filter harmful blue light, reduce glare, and protect the retina from damage. These compounds work almost like natural sunglasses, guarding your eyes from the light that causes oxidative stress. The reason cooking spinach matters is that it wilts down and releases these antioxidants in a form your body can actually use. And when you add a little healthy fat, like olive oil, your absorption skyrockets. Take Margaret, 69, who was starting to see the early signs of cataracts. Her doctor noticed cloudiness in her lenses, but it wasn't yet severe enough for surgery. Margaret began adding sautéed spinach with garlic and olive oil to her dinners. Over the next year, her cataract progression slowed dramatically, and her doctor was stunned. Margaret just smiled and kept enjoying her greens. The third cooked vegetable is sweet potatoes. These bright orange beauties are loaded with beta-carotene, just like carrots, but they also contain anthocyanins, compounds that improve blood flow to the eyes. Good circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your retina, which is critical for preventing conditions like macular degeneration. Sweet potatoes also have a stabilizing effect on blood sugar, which is important because high blood sugar over time can damage the delicate blood vessels in your eyes. I'll never forget Samuel, 78, a retired teacher who had been warned he was at risk for diabetic retinopathy. He started having roasted sweet potatoes with dinner 3 times a week. Within 6 months, not only had his blood sugar readings improved, but his ophthalmologist said the tiny weak spots in his eye blood vessels had started healing. Samuel felt like he had been given a second chance. Now, I've saved the 4th cooked vegetable for last, because it is the one that most people never think about for their eyes. Yet, it may be the most powerful of them all. This vegetable contains a rare carotenoid called mesozeaxanthin, along with lutein and zeaxanthin, forming a trio that directly nourishes the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. Cooking this vegetable softens its fibers, making these nutrients fully accessible to your body. I'm talking about corn. Yes, simple, humble corn. When you steam or boil fresh corn kernels, their lutein content becomes highly absorbable, and that mesozeaxanthin goes straight to work in your eyes. I once spoke with Linda, a 70-year-old artist who had begun struggling with color perception. She painted landscapes, but her blues and greens were starting to look dull and faded to her. She added cooked corn to her dinners for nights a week. After a few months, Linda said she could once again distinguish subtle shades in her paintings, and the sparkle had returned to her art and to her eyes. You see, it's not just about one magic food. It's about giving your eyes the full spectrum of nutrients they need to repair, regenerate, and stay strong, especially overnight when your body is in its natural healing mode. Imagine combining these for vegetables, carrots, spinach, sweet potatoes, and corn into a single meal. You'd be delivering vitamin A, lutein, zeaxanthin, mesozeaxanthin, anthocyanins, and fiber all in one sitting. You'd be helping your retina filter light more effectively, your lens stay clear, your blood vessels remain strong, and your night vision improve. And when you enjoy them with a drizzle of healthy fat, like olive or avocado oil, you're amplifying their healing power even more. So tonight, before you think about reaching for another bland snack, consider making your eyes a priority. Roast some sweet potatoes, steam some corn, saute spinach with garlic, and add tender cooked carrots to your plate. Think of it not as a chore, but as a gift to your future self. The self who can read bedtime stories to your grandkids without squinting, who can enjoy the colors of a sunset in perfect detail, and who can look in the mirror each morning and see bright, healthy eyes looking back.